These the two? John Smith, Anthony Arkwright. I have a warrant for your arrest on several charges and a further warrant to seize any documents found here which might constitute material evidence.
Do you know what's going to happen to you?
Your father will have a word with the Chief Constable, and he might as well save his breath. Is that right, Mr. Smith?
All I know is you're making fools of yourselves.
Well, have that too, Mr. Smith. You'll get the usual receipt.
If you want me down at the station, you're going to have to drag me there.
Up to you, sir. We have 2 plain cars outside. We can make it all nice and quiet and respectable. I'm sure your father liked that. Or we can take you without any of the red carpet. Up to you, sir. Six months hard work and then you go out and finger a few collars. Nothing beats a good straightforward pinch.
Not when his old man finds out you've pinched young Arkwright.
Least of my worries. Every hooligan who uses an iron bar and a backstreet shopkeeper needs somebody like Smith and Arkwright. Every cosh artist who hammers himself a payroll needs them. Money's no good to villains unless it's clean. Places like this are laundries for it. The hell with old man Arkwright.
Told Castleton we'll be there in 10 minutes, so drive like it.
Yes, sir.
I don't believe it.
You're not expected to. Wait until Charles Arkwright gets here.
Well, Father, we can't touch this one.
Thank you for the advice, my dear.
Now, what's all the mystery about? Where's Tony and what's he done?
He's still at the police station.
Well, he better not be there long. What's he
I'd be
done?
obliged if you'd sit down, Charles. This is very serious indeed.
Tony's been charged with handling money under the new Theft Act. That means receiving. He's also been charged with forgery and conspiracy.
What's all that rubbish mean?
As I understand it, Tony's charged with using his betting shops and casinos to form what is, in fact, a banking system for criminals.
Ha! There must be bigger boneheads than I thought.
No, Charles. The police don't bring charges like this without foundation.
What are we going to do about it?
There are certain aspects of the law that this practice doesn't handle, such as criminal work. My advice to you, Charles, is to get someone with a wider field of experience. Now, we can go through the preliminaries, and will. After that, in honesty, I must tell you, we are not equipped.
Why? You've acted for me now for 30 years. Every contract, every property deal, every probate, every piece of insurance. Look, Henry, the boy's innocent. It'll be a cakewalk.
Not with these charges.
I'm talking to your father.
The charges, as stated, could lead to a period of imprisonment of up to 14 years and more. The train robbery was a conspiracy charge.
Who do we get then?
David Main, I'm afraid.
Why afraid?
You pay me to give you advice, Charles. Get Main.
Good afternoon, Mr. May. Will you ring Henry Castleton, the some millionaire son, on a conspiracy charge?
You ring him. Tell him no.
I'll have to give him a reason.
Give him the real one. When I go back to Leeds, it'll be with my own name on the plate. We've outgrown the errand boy routine and split fees, except on our terms.
He knows those.
He ought to. We've argued about it for a week. Never trust church wardens, Sarah. They want to take it with them.
I'm not surprised at his refusal. He's a shrewd and energetic young man, but his methods and manners leave much to be desired.
You've said that about me before now.
With respect, you're not a member of the profession.
Look, Henry, stop flapping your frock coat at me. Not after 30 years. Main said no a bit quick. Why?
Oh, nothing to do with the case. Main wanted to join this practice as an equal partner. Branch up here would be useful, he said. All those long-faced woolmongers suing each other, money coming out of their ears.
You turned him down?
I made terms which he found unacceptable.
Pity. By the sound of it.
I think otherwise.
Look, Henry, how many clients like me have you got left? I can count 5 funerals we've both been to lately. And your daughter's not going to pull much business in. Not in this town.
We're not selling fruit from a barrow, Charles. Not yet. Besides, I think we have more immediate matters to discuss.
Well, I've made a lot of money following your advice. If you say I need Maine, I'll get him.
David, can you see Mr. Wilkinson? He's been waiting for 2 hours.
It's a legal aid case. Let Peter Findlay see it. Where is Peter?
Lunch.
Well, 4 o'clock? How long's he been fasting?
Well, he did ask me to explain. It's one of his wife's junkets, the fashion circus.
With attendant sirens up to their ankles in gin. All right, I'll make a start on it anyway.
Will you come this way, Mr. Wilkinson, please?
Yes, all right. Sorry you've been kept waiting, Mr. Wilkinson. We try not to do this.
I don't mind.
You stole 2 registered letters. You go to prison, you know that.
It's the first thing they tell you when you join the post office. How long?
2 years, probably. Now, what happened?
It's all in there. I told you, girl.
Look at his hands. Show him, Mr. Wilkinson.
Should get those seen to. What happened?
With overtime, I earn about £17 a week. I'm not living with my wife. I send her about £10 a week, sometimes a bit more. I've got 3 kids, and I don't want to see them go short.
And?
The woman I'm living with has had a baby, and £7 left isn't enough to go round.
What have the hands got to do with it?
I work in a dairy at night, slinging crates. You stand at the gate, and the foreman comes and picks a 6-piece.
How long did you do that?
Said 10 months. Then my baby, it's the other one, and my other missus took sick. And, well, there wasn't enough, not even with the 2 jobs.
How many hours a day did you work?
As often as I could. I don't know. As long as there was any work.
Can you tell me why you stole the letters?
Not enough money, I suppose.
We do what we can, but I can't promise much. Can you come back tomorrow, any time to suit you?
If you see our receptionist, she'll arrange an appointment for you.
Thank you.
Can I help you? Breaks your heart, doesn't it? I wish I could find somebody who'd work 18 hours a day for me.
In the plural.
Oh, come off it, David. There's an honest man who tried till he broke.
Don't get involved, love. I've told you before. The law's a complicated set of tools, and we're just mechanics. Sympathy's no use to Wilkinson. So let's use what we've got. The only thing worth crying over are onions.
And millionaires' sons, I suppose.
Tell the old man it's a crazy mistake and that someone on the staff was on the fiddle. You can see it's crazy, can't you? Can't you?
You've been lucky all your life, but it may not be enough this time. The charges are very serious.
Look, Margaret, the police always say that and they can cut down the charges later.
Ah!
Who's this London solicitor you're trying to get hold of? Is he any good? Has he handled this sort of thing before?
David Maine? Oh, yes, he's very good. If you like machines. But if you're innocent, we don't need one.
We do if it's a put-up job. How soon can you talk to me?
We are fairly competent solicitors too, you know.
But you can see the whole situation is quite monstrous. No one, absolutely no one, has the right to deprive me of my babies. And I'm sure somebody like you can get this ridiculous custody order changed.
We'll certainly look into it.
Well, I feel much better now. I'm sure you'll be able to do something.
We'll do our very best.
Oh, thank you. Oh, gloves.
Down.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sorry. I didn't see that in the diary, or I would have told you. That was Mrs. Hume Gilbert, and the custody order she's trying to crack is solid concrete. She's a confirmed alcoholic with 4 suicide attempts and at least 1 go at the lives of the children. Yes, those babies, by the way, are 14 and 16 years old. Every solicitor in town's paid his telephone bill on our persistence.
Oh. Do you want me to take over that Wilkinson case?
Now, look, don't you start. I've got enough with Sarah. You stick to the American probate job and we'll all die rich. Can I see you for a moment, Peter?
Here we go.
Gin, I should think.
10 out of 10.
Second time in a week, Peter.
It happens to be necessary in the sort of world in which my wife works.
It's necessary when the fashion business pays your salary, not until.
If I may say so, David, my wife is neither as long-suffering nor as understanding as yours.
You're a barrister who was suspended for priming a witness. You loafed for 12 months and then joined me. You decided to become a solicitor because there was more loot in it, and this is the only practice in town that would article you.
And my present salary's a joke. And I don't want to hear any more of that dreary business about your consent and approval being necessary before the Law Society will inscribe me on its hallowed roll.
If you pass the exams, but there's a year to go and it might not get that far. One more landed gentry lunch hour like this and you're out.
Look here, David, I'm sorry. I really am sorry. You know how Ursula is at these things. Besides, there wasn't much on.
Man called Wilkinson waited 2 hours.
Oh, the light-fingered postie. Well, there's nothing much to do there. Just go through the motions, draw the legal aid fee.
There's quite a bit to do. I want a doctor's report on his general health, the facts on where and how he lives, what the post office supervisor thinks of him, and some usable facts from the foreman of the dairy where he worked most nights.
Well, there won't be much profit in that.
There might be. Use your lunch hours.
Can I have a word with you? I'm Charles Arkwright.
I know you are, so I was born here.
Why do you oppose bail? The boy's obviously not guilty.
I think he is, and I think we can prove it. Anyway, you've won. He's out now.
Look, my son's not a criminal.
Funnily enough, I don't mind criminals. Takes a bit of belly to go out in the dark night scrambling over wet roofs. But I hate ponces, fences, and receivers. They sit in warm rooms like spiders skidding off the cream. Them I hate. If your son's one of them, I see he gets 10 years. And between ourselves, sir, I don't care how much money you've got.
Or how often you drink brandy with my bosses.
But I can put you down for 4 p.m. on Friday. Would that suit? Fine. I'll do that then. See you then. Goodbye. Good morning, madam. Do you have an appointment?
You're new, aren't you? I'm Mr. Maine's wife, but I do in fact have an appointment.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Maine. The diary space was just left vacant.
As usual.
Oh, love, I'm sorry.
It's Janet wants me. Will you tell her I've gone downstairs to sort out the file?
It went on, and I couldn't telephone, and then it was late, and I didn't want to wake you.
The Ipswich property deal?
Oh, thank God for that. At least I told you.
You didn't. There was a phone call just before I left. They asked if the hotel was comfortable.
Well, it wasn't. Bed's designed for picnics. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. Oh, you haven't forgotten about going to see Miss Travers, have you?
Travers?
The head mistress at your daughter's new and extremely expensive school.
Oh, no, not today. I can't. I've got to get up to Leeds.
Oh, darling.
Oh, look, can't you do it on your own?
Well, if I have to. We had talked about lunch.
Right, day after tomorrow, with trimmings. A real Peter Findon lunch hour. Promise.
There's quite a few things I'd like to talk to you about.
You can fix the school, Julia. You know more about it than I do. Hell, I'm just a scholarship boy anyway.
Yes, dear, so we've heard.
This is Leeds. Leeds.
I'm sorry I can't be more specific, Sidney. Just browse around your ex-colleagues in the local fuzz, see what the strength is.
Gamekeeper turned poacher. Makes a nice change.
Mr. Maine?
That's right.
Mr. Arkwright's waiting in the car, right?
Still smells the same. I can remember when they had trams.
You stopped looking like a local boy.
And why shouldn't I? It was a long time ago.
Castleton tells me you want to practice up here.
That's right. His.
Bit more ambitious than your father.
No, he keeps tripping over his dignity.
Can't all be London smarties, can we? Some of us paddle along in our own quiet way.
Now, don't you give me the provincial simpleton, Mr. Arkwright. It was never true, and besides, I've looked you up. You're capable of skinning that lamppost and selling the paint back to the council.
The boy's innocent, you know. Police have rigged it all.
I wouldn't count on it. Doesn't happen as often as you'd think.
If he's innocent, then you'll get him on.
If I can.
You can, all right. I've looked you up as well.
It's not like Perry Mason, you know. Nobody starts chewing the dock screaming, "I did it, Judge." Everything went black.
You can name your own price.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Is this just fatherly concern?
Most of it. I'm fond of the lad. Some of it's reputation. In this part of the world, and in my business, reputation's money.
Shop? Instead I find you here, gloating.
Well, 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 Sydney Boom. Well, what's it like being on the other side of the fence, then? Whitewashing villains instead of locking them up.
It's strange sometimes. I've pinched quite a few in my day.
Never thought you'd leave the force.
Ah, the bright boys are catching up on me. Once I moved to the fraud squad, it was 20 years too late to go to night school.
Not what they tell me. What are you doing here?
My boss might be on this case.
This boss of yours, one of the flash harriers? Or honest?
I'm working for him.
Well, the best thing you can do is tell him to catch the next train back to London. I've been working on this job for 6 months, and it's nailed down tight. That's what you wanted to know.
About that?
Well, they'll go down for an 8 to 14. You can bet your pension on it.
That's a lot of porridge. Can I use the phone?
Sure. Come along, help yourself.
That you've been called in on this case is solely because of your record. And not any change in my personal opinion of you.
I'd rather we kept the preaching for Sundays, Mr. Castleton.
Without you would. I like to make my opinions clear at the outset. I have no time for the sort of solicitor who confuses shrewdness with cunning, expediency with realism, and speed and urgency with the trickiest type of evasion.
I'm sure you feel better now.
This is my father's way of asking you to be careful in the Arkwright case.
For which he finds it necessary to be offensive, using judgments based on hearsay and some sour gossip in the local clubs. Your father has a reputation for rectitude, which I admire. With it comes a tendency to narrowness, which diminishes him.
I think we should get on with some work.
Go on in. Now tell them.
All right, I'm guilty. So what? For God's sake, where do you think all this precious bloody money came from in the first place? His father was a tallyman, creaming off 20%, exactly the same amount I took. How much of this business you brag about started with money lending and other people's bankruptcies? Exactly how much did you steal?
You said it was crazy and it was all a stupid mistake.
Don't they all say that?
Now we'll stop all the nonsense and get down to business. Mr. Maine, you're going to get him off.
Oh, no. I'm a solicitor. I'm not in the miracle business. Try Henry. He's pure.
Sweetie! I'm sure you ought to be on overtime or something.
I've never thought about it.
All I can say is I hope you're as conscientious in other directions.
Hello, Sarah. Panic?
Not really. David, this is Lord Rochester.
I'm sure.
The American probate case is fixed. I've booked a call to Detroit. There's just some quibble about the wording. If you can sort it out by telephone, they'll put the papers in the post immediately.
Another day, another dollar. Well, that salvages something. Now, what's the real reason for being here?
Here's the file on Wilkinson. David, I still wish you'd do this one.
You and Florence Nightingale. What else?
Your wife rang twice.
You mean he's got a wife? As well?
Take your tame penguin away, will you, love? He's getting noisy.
Delighted! Your Honor. Your place, sweetie. Any hanky-panky here would be too legal to bear.
George, I insist that you let me drive.
My love, you just do not know how to drive.
I have asked you to come in to tell you about a talk I had with Charles Arkwright last night. My accountant was also there. The object was to convince me that my methods are outmoded in a world of changing moralities, and where people who share those moralities with sufficient firmness to engage my services are dying off. I agreed to certain proposals put forward by Charles Arkwright. I'd like you to know that you will in no way be affected by any changes which may take place.
Unless I decide to do something about it myself.
No reason why that should be necessary.
It was obvious yesterday that Charles Arkwright was going to walk out of this office and take a piece of the practice with him as a bargaining counter to use with David Maine. I think the decision was wrong. I regret even more that I was not consulted.
You wanted to buy into Castleton's practice, but you couldn't afford it. Handle this case for me and you're in. I'll advance you the money. You can take your fee out of it and any other work you do for me over the next 5 years.
On his terms? Money, I mean?
Yes.
He'll have to build his own private bank.
Yes or no?
Tell me what Castleton said.
It meets with Law Society requirements. Quote, no solicitor may share profits except with another solicitor. Sounded a bit like you.
Sarah.
Said he was selling reputation. Said you were bound to open a practice up there sometime, then nobody's throw to be safe. Said he was going to give you a run for your money.
You seem pretty sure I'll buy it.
Oh, yes. You can't afford not to. You want the big apple on top of the tree. I know the feeling. And you'll listen to anybody who offers you a ladder.
I've told you once. You wrote it down.
Well, tell us again, just to make sure.
I was a driver on two warehouse jobs. You know about those. When the time comes for the payout, they give you a ticket like when they sell the stuff. Then you go to one of these betting shops and say you want to win 200 and give them the ticket. They make a telephone call and give you the money less 20% for washing it, seeing the money's clean.
Can you identify the men who paid you?
Will I have to?
Oh, yes. When you turn grass, you have to look green in public.
But it'll be my word against theirs. And they reckon the judges don't take notice of that.
Quite the little lawyer, aren't you? We all know you can't leave everything to lawyers. Don't worry, Toby, old son. If you were all we got, I believe in fairies. And I don't, do I, Toby?
No, Mr. Guthrie.
I can't get him off. You know that. Nobody can.
He told me to come back in 2 hours. Didn't want a brass band, but I'd have liked better news than that.
Between 8 and 12 years is what your son is due to get. He's guilty.
Doesn't stop me doing what I can. He's right, you know. He's watched me pull some pretty close strokes and heard me brag about it afterwards. I don't want him put away for 12 years. Not that.
How many important people do you know in the area?
All of them.
Good. I was talking to Sidney Bulmer. Miss Smith, your son's partner, has got a record longer than the Sound of Music. He has to plead not guilty or they put him away forever, which means we go on second after they've read his record out. I shall need to brief counsel and I want to go to the top. Normally this would cost you 50 guineas for a junior. The man I want forgot what 3 figures looked like 20 years ago, and he hasn't touched criminal work for 15. Sir Ernest Lang.
How much?
1,000 guineas minimum. He's the top. $1 million tax cases, that sort of thing. Next year he'll be a judge.
And you'll never get him to believe Tony's not guilty.
I'm not even going to try.
I can't promise anything, Mr. Fenton, but I'll talk to Sir Ernest about it.
It's very urgent.
I'm only his clerk, after all.
Oh, come off it, Frederick. You do his running and his haggling. He'll listen to you.
Your client's been apprised of the fee, I take it. I should want 1,500 guineas.
Oh, put the razor away. For a morning's work.
For a lifetime's experience.
You must both be on your way to your second yacht by now. What with your cut?
I take the shillings from the guineas, as is customary, and a clerk's fee payable by client.
5%. That makes a round 150. The income tax must be fractured to see Clark on your return.
Barrister's clerk, Mr. Fenton. In the same way that you are a solicitor's article clerk. And my accountant deals with any tax astonishment. Mr. Langton is in your old chambers now, did you know? He's doing very well.
Thank you for the reminder.
I'll telephone you when I've made an appointment for our respective principals.
foreman's name's Riley. He'll tell you.
I'll see him first, and then I'll check the office record.
You won't have to tell him why, will you?
Not really, I've done it before. You mumbled something about national assistance, and they think you're a welfare snooper.
Sorry to mess you about in your dinner time and all that.
I'm on a diet, anyway.
You realize, Maine, how long it is since I undertook criminal rather than commercial cases. I'm not sure that I'm best qualified to fight this one.
This is not a fight, Sir Ernest. It's a plea. The sort of plea on which your reputation is justly founded.
Thank you, Maine. Continue.
Mr. Arkwright Jr. is guilty. We're putting him up as such.
Who's paying you, for God's sake? Whose side are you on?
Facts are non-partisan, Mr. Arkwright. They do not take sides.
Yes, but...
Shut up, Toby. Shut up and listen. I take it, then, that there are some extenuating circumstances in this case?
None at all. Unless we can dig some up.
Not always a rewarding process. And the other person concerned in this case,
John Smith,
Yeah.
officially general manager of Mr. Arkwright's business.
Anything known?
You name it, he's stolen it. Here's the record.
Oh.
You'll be acting for both of us.
Over my dead body. If you want to spend forever on a straw mattress, a joint defense with Smith is the fastest way to do it.
Clarification, Maine, if you please.
I would like you to act for Mr. Arkwright and Mr. Arkwright only.
I wonder if I might have a word with your solicitor.
Certainly. If that's how it's done.
I'm afraid you're going to have to hold my hand a little on this one, Maine. Anything in mind?
Yes, a plea of mitigation.
How?
Character witnesses. Boy of good family with every advantage, corrupted by known criminal.
Are such witnesses available?
Oh, yes. Old man Arkwright can fill that witness box with more dog collars and coats of arms than you've seen since the coronation.
Maine, I find your directness refreshing, but uncouth.
Then I must beg your pardon, Sir Ernest. For my part, I find nothing I have said quite as direct as the 4 figures Frederick tells me I must put on your check. And we're talking privately.
Perhaps it's just as well. Who's the judge?
McLaren.
Yes, it might very well come off. Archie's still curiously sentimental about background and influence. And he has a sister in Leeds, so he won't be bad-tempered and rattling around in those gloomy judges' lodgings with only his ulcer for company. Ask Mr. Arkwright Jr. to be good enough to step in, will you? Well, I needn't detain you, Maine. Your assistant can deal with the rest. Sit down, Mr. Arkwright. I want you to tell me about yourself from the very beginning. Carefully and in detail. Omit nothing. I repeat, nothing.
Charge is 50 guineas for a conference like that. It works out at 30 bob a word.
You don't pay him for owning the hammer. It's knowing what to hit with it.
Such as my bank balance. Can I drop you off somewhere?
Good God, is that the time? Yes, please. Brown's Hotel, Albemarle Street entrance, and I'm late.
Get a move on, Charlie. Won't do to keep important clients waiting.
Not a client, my wife.
Didn't know you were married. You don't act like it.
So they tell me.
We've got statements from 2 thieves, including Toby Wheeler, on how the payout system works. We've got 3 witnesses and a trace on stolen money. We've got accountant's testimony on 2 sets of books.
Should be enough.
I want this thing watertight. Sharp. Let's have your bit again. Now, you were investigating the origin of stolen money following the tracing of 3 5-pound notes from a local publican.
Yes, sir.
This was 4 months ago.
Yes, sir.
What happened then?
Well, I approached John Smith. He denied knowledge and offered me a drink, which I refused. He then pushed an envelope into my pocket. In the envelope was £30. On subsequent occasions, 6 in all, the same amount was given to me. I returned to the station and gave the money to Detective Sergeant Rafferty. On 2 occasions, the envelope contained money known by number to be stolen.
Detective Constable Sharp, was money given to you at any time by Anthony Arkwright?
Yes, sir. Twice.
Home and dry it. By damn, home and dry it.
Yes, I'll have another brandy, thank you.
And then I'll pour you into a taxi.
And then rush off, duty done, conscience satisfied. I, David Main, have spent 2 whole hours with my wife and made only 1 telephone call in that time.
Guilty as charged.
Don't be so smug about it, David. It's not a situation I find comfortable.
Well, now, I tried to explain. I know I'm busy at the moment. The practice is just starting to tick the way I wanted, the way we talked about.
Those far-off days when we talked.
We still do.
Really?
If I swing the Arkwright case, we double turnover in 1 stroke. I've got to keep at it.
The main motto. The main chance. I've heard it for years. Just once more round the track.
No, you never expected a 9 to 5 husband.
No, darling, but 9 to Thursday is ridiculous.
Buys you this?
Why, it buys me a lot of things. It buys me 1/2 of a big empty bet.
Oh, Julia, leave it be, please. I've got enough pressure on already.
There always is. There always will be. Brilliant solutions to everybody's problems but your own.
No, that's not true.
Wake up, David. You'd have been honest enough to admit it once. You're a weekend father, if you count the 10 minutes you spent tucking them in. And a part-time spouse. A luncheon here, a note there, a telephone call when you can remember. You're a lodger with the same name as mine.
Look, we're at the stage now when I've got to pile it on. When work has to come first. Nothing's free.
That was your hard-bitten face. Tough, go ahead. Then there's your urbane one, sympathetic, dripping professional understanding. And your grasping one, when you watch for the chances and calculate the odds.
You really did have a drink too many before lunch, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I needed to so that I could tell you this.
And the faces are necessary. People push troubles across the desk and pay me to pick them up, and that's how I do it.
Slowly disappear in the process, full of second-hand worries and living your own life by proxy.
We're doing pretty well out of it.
Well, you might be, I'm not. Nor are the children. We prefer to belong to a human being, not a disembodied success story. I love you, and that makes me part of you. I don't want to watch you turn into a machine.
Julia, please, can we talk about it later? I must go. I've got to get up to Leeds tonight.
End of consultation. I shall expect the bill at the end of the month.
At least you got your own checkbook to pay it.
You know, I think you're being deliberately stupid now. It's intentional, and that's new. You're closing off a section of your mind. How much longer before we all get closed off?
I wouldn't do that. I couldn't.
You are doing. You don't want to understand, do you? It's bad now. What's it going to be like in 5 years' time? It'll be too late for me to do anything then. And it's not just for me. It's for you. If you want to turn into a legal robot operated by a set of buttons, I can't stop you. But I sure as hell don't have to watch.
The hearing tomorrow morning. I want you there about 9:30. You may have to hang around a bit, but that can't be helped.
Yes.
Try and spruce up a bit, there's a good chap.
Yes, sir.
Right, that'll be all.
Thank you, sir.
Would you like some tea, Mr. Wilkinson?
No thanks, miss.
How's the new baby?
Baby died 6 weeks ago. Only a couple of months old, just after I took the money.
Making quite sure I don't fall asleep while you're away.
Never mind, Pris. I'll bring you back a stick of rock.
That's
Taxi's
great
waiting, Sydney.
Right.
Can't Findon do the Arkwright job?
Not for the price we're being paid.
David, the Wilkinson hearing's on the same day.
Peter can take care of that.
The baby died.
Tell him that too. He can use it.
Oh, Peter doesn't give a damn.
He'll do his best. He's better. You're getting tender-hearted again, and it's not on. If I had to choose between a social conscience and a toothache, I'd pick toothache.
I'm beginning to believe you.
Put it in writing and I'll sign it. Come on, Sydney.
Chosen a nice day. Set off a bit early, perhaps?
I'll say this for you, you're an optimist.
A Lebanese passport in his real name. Good photograph, too. That's what I call a nice bit of sunburn. Wow, fancy that. An airplane ticket. Guess where he's going, Sergeant? Let me think now. Switzerland? That's right. The Big Rock Candy Mountains. Not this trip, Johnny. We're not village coppers on bikes anymore. There went your bail.
Room 137, please, and turn the heat on.
He's a good man at his job, but he won't learn to move it.
I've checked with Sir Ernest, arranged official parking for his road, so all we can do now is wait.
Now, what's our chances?
They picked up Smith on the motorway this afternoon. It's not going to help. Or it might. We just have to see how they play it.
Look, Father asked me to tell you that he won't be in court tomorrow.
He's entitled to his scruples. Will you be there?
Yes, because I have to, not because I want to.
You might learn something.
Oh, I'm sure I shall. Whether it's of any value or not is another matter.
Can I get you a drink?
Oh, no, thank you, Mr. Maine.
There are still a few things I'd like to know about you, Leeds, and the practice.
Yes, well, I'm sure there are offices for that sort of thing. Good night, Mr. Arkwright.
Good night, Margaret. You're not all that popular, are you?
If I wanted to be loved, I'd have been born a teddy bear.
Ah, Maine. The porter told me that you'd be here. My name is Gilbert Elnett.
Yes, I've heard of you.
I'm representing John Smith. I think it might be to our mutual advantage if we went over the case together.
A drink for my distinguished colleague. Large brandy, if I got the facts right.
One thing. You do intend pleading him not guilty, don't you?
Of course. What do you think?
What's all that about? Who is this fella?
They call him rubber gloves in the business. That's what anybody else would need to pick up the sort of cases he'll handle.
Well, can't all choose your work, I suppose.
Mr. Arkwright, I'll be a little late in court tomorrow. I've got to go back to London.
Not on the money I'm paying you, you're not.
You're paying me because you trust me. Either stop now or keep on doing it.
Yours was something to see. I don't think it'll make any difference, Sidney. Young Arkwright to go down for a full stretch, even if you're famous. Ernest talks himself hoarse.
You've really got the needle in on this one, haven't you?
Well, I'm entitled to have. You've seen the yobbos we pull in. Vicious. Most of them half-witted, all of them violent. They're only in it for the money. If I can stop the money, I can stop the violence. I can stop old men getting their skulls cracked.
I know the feeling.
But does your boss?
I think so. Hope so. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Peter, what are you doing here, Miss David? I got the first place. For some reason best known to himself, our gallant principal has decided that the Crusades are not yet over.
Not very going.
Mr. Maine, I've been a London magistrate for 14 years now, and it is axiomatic that theft from Her Majesty's mail is an offence against both the whole community and the trust which they are entitled to place in the power of safekeeping of this public office. Our client is aware of this. Indeed, I'm surprised this case is not being dealt with by a higher court. I am not easily disposed to leniency.
We are faced with an honourable man working night and day to fulfill his personal commitments by the labour of his hands. Doctor's testimony shows the extent to which this man drove himself. Complete physical and mental exhaustion. In this state, and during one isolated moment of justifiable despair, he committed the crime of which he is charged. One single lapse in a 15-year period of honest and unblemished employment.
I am aware of the circumstances. You have spent some time apprising me of them.
With your permission, sir, I would like to point out the results of these circumstances. Here is a man who has lost a job in which he took pride, a man who has also lost his good name and can now be fairly branded as a criminal, a man who has also lost the small child for whom a large proportion of this unremitting labor was carried out. This court, I submit, can inflict no greater punishment. The time has come for mercy.
Thank you, Mr. Maine.
What made you get tender-hearted?
I didn't. They'll put Smith up first, and Arkwright's expenses can stand a charter plane back to Leeds. If I ever get to Gatwick.
You'll be all right. I haven't had an accident for a fortnight.
Oh, thank you.
I thought it was marvellous. 2 years probation. He was ready to go to prison, you know.
Look where you're going, will you? We had a good magistrate. It's only the first step, though. We're still going to find Wilkinson a job.
That's no problem.
A phone call to one of your uncles who just happens to be chairman of some mammoth factory.
All my uncles are chairman. It's a condition of membership.
It also helps you stay romantic. Don't make it a habit.
Not romantic. Wilkinson had a small and simple idea of love and was prepared to work for it. I don't need it often. Most of the characters I know think love's a reclining seat in an E-type jag. It's a 10-minute fumble after a hung ball.
Mr. Foreman, members of the jury, you've been most patient. You have formed your verdict on the clearest possible evidence in the face of quite unwarranted attacks on prosecution witnesses. The county is in your debt. You have, John Smith, been found guilty. I will now ask the police to provide this court with details of anything known about you.
Put up the prisoner Arkwright.
Smith's guilty. They've just put up Arkwright.
All the witnesses here?
Everything's under control. That counsel goes not bad.
What does Smith's record sound like?
Guthrie took it slowly. Ex-cosh boy turned smooth. Guthrie hates violence. Sounded terrible.
How's it going?
According to plan. The witnesses for the defense are impressive, and Sir Ernest is making the most of them.
It's not the sort of law that I'm used to. This desperate parading of shiny reputations to protect a foolish and greedy young man.
Then why did we do it? Our name's on the defense brief. People know we're involved. We don't need Maine or Charles Arkwright. Why should you sacrifice your conscience for them? Why?
You make the motives sound too simple. No motives are. You can define Charles Arkwright as an interfering bully or a kind man concerned with the welfare of an old friend's practice. We need a transfusion of new methods. Coincidentally, this also helps Arkwright's son. Charles is a loyal friend whom I respect. I can either sacrifice my own conscience to the ethics of the Arkwright case, or I can pay the debt owing to it because of Charles Arkwright's past kindness. I've chosen to pay the debt.
I see. I can only hope the price isn't too high.
You will have heard, my lord, from members of the community whose standing and integrity are unimpeachable, of the antecedents of my client, Anthony Arkwright, a young man of good education and much promise, who chose, perhaps unwisely, to enter into a branch of commerce more susceptible than others to the activities of undesirable elements. Yet we must respect his willingness and his hard work in this commercial venture, since this city, above all others, has commerce for its life's blood. Indeed, it has been said of this place, my lord, that commerce is the only civic virtue and that profits is 9/10 of the law. So, indeed, it must have appeared to the other defendant, John Smith, a much convicted and incorrigible felon, an expert steeped in the law's transgression. You have heard the roster of his previous misdeeds and his just and speedy retribution. Can one therefore doubt that Smith, finding himself at last in a position of trust and influence, drew this young man, by subtle artifice and skillful manipulation, into a criminal situation from which there was no escape? It would be idle of me to pretend that Anthony Arkwright is blameless, but equally it would be a grave dereliction of my duty if I did not point out the penalty which the commission of these offences has already imposed. That penalty is dishonour, the forfeiting of a character which I have endeavored to show your lordship in some detail. It is this character which I have cast upon the scales in his favor. May it please you to let it weigh heavy, my lord?
Thank you, Sir Ernest.
Prisoners at the bar, have you anything to say before sentence is passed?
John Smith, you are being found guilty of some of the most sinister offences it has been my misfortune to hear. That you were not man enough to admit your guilt is a matter of regret. In passing sentence, I have borne that fact in mind. You will go to prison for 12 years. Let the prisoner Smith be put down. Anthony Joseph Arkwright. First, I must pay tribute to the lucid and compelling oratory of your distinguished counsel.
Professional
In
backscratching.
your case,
That's
I
to
take
point
into
out to
account
clients
your
that Sir Ernest is
admission of
worth his
guilt
fat
and your
fee.
hitherto unblemished record, but it would not be in keeping with my duty to society to set you free. You will go to prison for 12 months. Let the prisoner Arkwright be put down.
Congratulations, Sidney. As nice a rescue job as I've ever seen. Now you can go back to your garden and your grandchildren. Now you've done a day's work. Arkwright will be out late months and laugh his head off every time he passes a policeman.
Win a few, lose a few?
I don't mind losing. God knows I've lost enough. But not against odds like that. I had a good case, Sidney.
I know you did.
That bishop is a bit much. Character testament is one thing, giving a sermon is another. What was in that note you gave him?
Oh, I reminded him that Arkwright was charged with receiving, not an ordination candidate.
Oh. Ha! You up long?
Yes, commercial case next week.
Hope I see you.
Well, we must dine. I found a splendid pub in the country.
Barman. Let me buy you a drink, Mr. Maine, so as I know who you are in the future.
Meaning what?
You know what I mean. You just floated young Arkwright out of 12 years jug using money and pull. Do you call that justice?
You offered me a drink.
So don't you name it, it's yours. The whole bloody city is yours.
I drink gin, large ones.
Naturally.
All right, let's not kid ourselves about the law. Most of the time it's not anything to do with justice. You let a copper stay on Smith's payroll for 4 months, just or unjust, legal or illegal. And I'm not pointing the finger, I'm just asking. I don't know the answer, I wish I did.
Bernard Shaw once said something about justice being like the doors of the Ritz Hotel, open to all, rich or poor.
I don't know if there are any answers. That makes us both right. Be seeing you, Sidney.
George's a good copper, he'll get over it.
If I can't sleep at night, there's always cocoa.
Oh, by the way, I tried to telephone your wife. No reply.
Should be, there's always somebody there.
Well, it rang.
Dophouse Street in Chelsea, do you know it? I'll show you the house when we get there. Thank you.
What the hell's happened to the door?
I've tried to explain, David, but you wouldn't listen. Your key won't fit because I've changed the lock. I've heard you say it 1,000,000 times, and now it's my turn. Nothing's free. I've taken the hotel sign down. You don't live here anymore.